And the dumbest bill in America is, wait, ready for it? Banning highway billboards. So technically it's banning new highway billboards, but nonetheless banning them, but it's not what you think it's for. It's not because the billboards are going to be banned because they're unsightly or ugly, or you just don't like what they, you just don't like the way they look, if you will. So let me tell you what's happening here in Louisiana. State Senator Conrad Appel, Republican from Metairie, Louisiana, introduced Senate Bill 211, and he's targeting billboards that demean truckers. What does that mean? So there are billboards apparently all over the state of Louisiana that are rented by trial lawyers. And the trial lawyers put these billboards up that say, "Have you been injured by a trucker?" So if you're a trucker and you
Ambo chasers.
Yes, yeah, the ambulance chasers, absolutely. So if you're a trucker and you haul stuff, no matter what it is, apparently the truckers have very large insurance policies, which pay off big for the trial lawyers. So State Senator Conrad Appel, Republican of Metairie, Louisiana, introduced the bill, Senate Bill 211, because he said, quote, he introduced the bill so that people couldn't see the messages on billboards. So he wanted to cancel out any future construction of billboards because he didn't want people to see them. So it sounds to me like that's a free speech issue. He's trying to silence free speech, which is not a really good idea. Go for it, Squirrel.
No, yeah, it sounds like it's a freedom of speech. He's trying to restrict freedom of speech because that's as an advertisement. They're advertising that the billboards already exist, basically. Believe it or not, if you guys heard that, that's probably the Blue Angels flying over right now.
No,
that was yesterday? Oops.
No, that's
I've been in quarantine too long.
That's today. Those are motorcycle Squirrel, but that was a squirrel moment. Very good.
I was like, oh no.
But you can dub in Squirrel for that one, I'm sure.
Please do. That'll be good. That's a good one.
The dumbest bill in America is banning new highway billboards. Go for it. Go, Squirrel.
Yeah, no, so freedom of speech issue right here. I understand what he's trying to do, but I think he's doing it the wrong way because that's going to open a whole can of worms. And also,
so what would be the proper way? So the trial lawyers are wreaking havoc
Yeah.
on truckers in Louisiana.
Yep.
They're doing so in such a way that the truckers' insurance rates have increased, their premiums have increased by 100%. So what should we do to fix this problem? Do we ban billboards and stop free speech?
No, I think prior to this recording here, we kind of talked about a little bit is that we're actually reform how
Tort
reform.
Yes, rein in the trial lawyers and start a conversation about tort reform.
Sounds like we need to rein in the lobbyists too while we're at it.
But instead, State Senator Conrad Appel, Republican of Metairie, Louisiana, wants to limit what people are seeing.
Yeah.
And in so doing, puts a bill in to ban. It is censorship. And it's no different than, of course, this idea of what Governor Whitmer's doing, is saying you can't assemble, you can't have free speech, or we're going to censor you. You can't talk, or we're going to censor you.
Hey, as long as people are practicing social distancing and the guidelines set forth by the medical experts and professionals, there you go. Do what you need to do.
And so this bill, this dumbest bill in America, banning new highway billboards, reminded me a lot of the movie 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Good movie.
It's a fantastic movie with Frances McDormand.
Yeah, Sam Rockwell.
Won all kinds of awards, by the way. And basically, to set this up, the mom, Frances McDormand, she lost her daughter. Her daughter was brutally raped and murdered. And the local police department was doing, by the way, it happened really close to her home. And the local police department really got upset with her because she rented 3 billboards. Thus the name of the movie, 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri, and basically said to the police chief on each of the 3 billboards, why haven't you solved this murder? What's going on? This kind of thing. So the whole community was mad at her, was angry at her. And they wanted her to take the billboards down, not unlike the dumbest bill, banning new highway billboards, because you don't want the trial lawyers to be able to have an opportunity to have their free speech. Rather than fix the problem, you're trying to limit free speech. So with 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, we have a clip on this. This is when Frances McDormand first goes to the office to rent the 3 billboards and inquire about what can and cannot be said on the billboards.
This is a good scene.
And we have a clip on it. And here it is.
What's the law on what you can and cannot say on a billboard? I assume you can't say nothing defamatory and you can't say fuck, piss, or cunt. That right?
Or anus?
I think I'll be all right then.
I guess you're Angela Hayes' mother.
That's right. I'm Angela Hayes' mother.
She's Angela Hayes' mother, and she's just reminding him, that's who I am. That's why I want to rent these billboards. You're not going to tell me that I can take down. I have the right of free speech, and this is the United States of America. And really, when you think about it, this entire podcast and this entire pandemic is really about this issue of free speech. So that's why we're hitting State Senator Conrad Appel, the Republican of Metairie, Louisiana, with his Senate Bill 211 to try to limit free speech by putting a bill in to say no more billboards, because I don't like what they say. Good. Have the final say on this. Squirrel.
Just a dumb bill.
And that is the dumbest bill in America. And the final word for Mark and the Millennials. Thank you for joining Mark and the Millennials. This is Mark Fisher. And thank you to our millennial, Ryan the Squirrel, Brady, and of course, Christopher Hopkins, our assistant producer, and our producer, Adam Coutura. Check us out on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and our website. See you next time.